Oh, didn't see you there. Welcome to the Prairie. We've got quite a game to review today. Chisel Charm Hoshiko versus an ambush-based Pravdivost. Big plays and lots of free advancements going on. Let's dive in.
So let's see. This match we had your Hosh versus Prav. What were you thinking about your deck going into this one? Or like what was your game plan here?
So this Hoshiko is a very old school style of Anarch. It's actually kind of based on a startup Ashes deck, where you
Oh,
use Chisel and Devil Charm, and you use your Symbol Chips to get your Chisels back. And it's got the what's called for the Looking for Job package, where you use Career Fair and all of the good resources, daily casts, Earthrise Hotel, liberated accounts, to get your basic economy. And then it kind of has this, what people would call these days mulch thing going on, where you get to the end of your deck, you've got labor rights to recur your whatever
nice.
pieces you need, whether those are Botulus, Chisel, Simmel Chips, the Maws, if they, both ended up in the bin, which does happen this game, that kind of thing. So it's
Nice, nice.
pretty straightforward. It kind of toes this line between Reg Anarch and the more like very hyper destructive mulch decks that we see today.
Yeah, yeah. Did you have like any concerns about this Prav? Because you had your like the deck list for this. Did you have any concerns about the Prav?
Yeah, this Prov. Let's take a look at the deck list. It is a spicy looking list here. So this Prov is on. Here it is. It's this one all the way on the left. This Prov is
Orbital
on
superiority.
three orbital superiorities with end of the lines, two end of the lines to follow them up.
Okay,
It's
okay.
got
Oof.
installable ambushes like Check a Scion and Urtica Cipher. And if you assault centrals too hard, they might have left something on the table. Maybe it's an Urtica Cipher and it gets up to a bunch of advancement counters and now you can't check it. But maybe it's a Beal. And if you can get Beal to 5, that's 3 points.
Yeah. Ooh.
7 gets you 4. You can even get a Beal all the way to 13 advancements and just win the game in one fell swoop. So there's some interesting stuff going on here for sure. They have Vladisibirsk City Grid as well, so they can fast advance out on
Solid.
certain stuff. They actually, I think, at some point, fast advance out a tomorrow's headline and like get one of my resources or just give me a tag and make my life miserable. Yeah, so yeah,
Yeah, so they've
they're
got like a good mix of traps and some fast advance in there, so you really gotta be carry of anything on the table.
and it's not just all assets either. They've got a decent spread of ice here, some Funhouse, some Messnachesvo, even a data loop, which is very annoying to go through a bunch. And this Vasilisa, which can, take the Urtica cipher that you've run to go get from, oh, okay, this is fine, to, uh oh,
Yeah, for sure.
levels of advancements very quickly. So, yeah, I know this is a matchup that I want to basically win by assaulting centrals. But I also do need to check the remotes every once in a while, just in case they're trying to pull something sneaky where they, kill me with orbital superiority or something.
Yeah, yeah.
So I get this as a
Well,
starting
cool.
hand.
Yeah, what do you think about this for an opening?
I am not the biggest fan. I think I end up taking a mole. because there's not really money in here. My career fair doesn't have any good targets. This paladin is slow. It's not the start I want.
Yeah, there's like nothing to do with this hand. Like there's good cards here, but what do you do with it turn one?
So I mull and I get
That's better.
it's
Dish.
it's also fine. It's not ideal. If they try some remote shenanigans, maybe I can like use this imp. So
And instead they're just double icing.
double ice, put something out in a server. I
What are
don't.
you thinking that could be right now?
I mean, does their
A
list
double
have
charm, that's not a
Rashida?
good draw. I don't think it does.
Yeah, three
No, it
X,
does. It does.
3X
Yeah.
Rashidas. So you know it. I mean, there's so many choices in this list, like of what it could be. It could be Daily Business Show, it could be Rashida, and I think with this hand, I don't really have, the credit liquidity to be just going and
Right.
checking. So yeah, if they res stuff, maybe I'll put down the imp, go trash it with that. But until then, I think we need to draw some cards. You know, find stuff to put down. So I do my classic open of two
Mm,
draws and then install stuff. It's not my favorite, but I at least put some fear in them by putting down the Devil Charm.
right. There's something going on at least. Yeah. And they'll start next turn with 3 credits. Maybe draw into some money. And they didn't do anything with that first server,
Nope, they just
for
left
what
it
it's worth.
alone. So here, let me scroll up just a little bit so we can see, because we can see
Yeah.
what they're putting down here
Right
with
now
the
they've
help of
got
Cyber
the
Feeder.
Rashida. Love that cyber feeder.
So yeah,
More slow money, not great.
still not super interested in checking these. We just get down to daily casts and click for a credit.
Yeah, you just need cash at this point.
So they res Rashida Daily Business Show, get some value, play a hedge fund, ice the Daily Business Show.
Fair. And leaving out, oh, seeing it now, a blank NGO front.
Yeah,
Oh, but I
that's
guess
just a
they're Prov,
yeah, that's a
right?
fun thing to do with Prav. Is like, hopefully I run somewhere else first, which I do. I fall right into their trap. So I've got this boomerang. I've got this imp. I want to use
Got an
it.
imp.
I don't know if this is the best play because this gets rezzed.
It's yeah. And like there's a good chance, I suppose, at this point that it's a ping or a VSA. Like,
Yeah. And so I run into this VSA. I get to save a credit by triggering the boomerang, shuffle it back, I guess. But I end up tagged, and I'm only at 1 credit, so I have no way to clear it.
yeah, that's rough.
But we do imp the Daily Business Show, and after some thinking, I draw a card, so I don't die to end of the line at least.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. And you do, I mean, you flip those.
Yep, we get some value.
Did they trash a daily cast here? No.
They don't. They push this Vladisibirsk into the server and advance the NGO front, which
Hmm.
they've got plenty of money. I think they could have trashed this daily cast, and it would have really been bad for me
Yeah.
because I'm not
Yeah, 'cause I
looking
mean,
at
what are you
any.
doing with another 2 credits? Yeah.
Yeah, this click to advance is really just a click for 2 credits because we know it's an NGO front. So
Right.
yeah, I
And
don't think
so,
I don't think it was needed. I think taking down the 6 credit daily casts, or even just I don't know. I don't know what they were trying to draw into, but like install the Vladisibirsk trash would have been good too. And now I'd be at
Honestly, yeah, because
3 credits and like no chance of really running anything for a while.
right. Yeah, no, I think they really had a window to like, yeah, that would just be hard to bounce back. Well, it's
Yeah,
kind of like in that game where um I was playing PD in one, like it was just that the runner got too low on credits, and it's so hard to bounce back from that.
right. Yeah, I flew a little too close to the sun there on that run, and I could have gotten punished a lot harder. But instead, we get 4 credits off our daily cast. We get some draws. We are able to clear that tag and just click for money.
Yeah, and now your hand's looking nice. I mean,
Yeah.
simul chip with num in the bin. You've got cookbook. You've got some big setup pieces.
So they opt to just res this NGO front, which I'm not sure why.
Hmm.
Like, just leave it out and let it be a surprise for me.
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting because they didn't do anything with that money.
Yeah. I mean, like, they spent some money advancing this Vlad and put this ice out so that like, they would have been down to like 4 credits, but like, the NGO's still sitting there.
Yeah, you'd think almost even better, like to make the runner think that there's a chance
Yes.
you don't have money. Like maybe they're
Yes.
not counting on the NGO. Like they don't respect the NGO, and then they run into a fun house because they think you have 4 credits.
Yeah, I mean, Funhouse is never really gonna do a scary face check. You could always just say okay and the run.
True. Yeah, yeah.
But they do have some ice that would be annoying for me to hit. Mesna Chesvo and those Vasilisa even would be annoying because it would just give me a tag. I don't think I have a fun way to break it. So yeah, we draw a gamble. We played the gamble. We get down a Simmel chip.
Yeah, just kind of putting the pieces in place.
Yep, this thing in the remote has been sitting chilling for a minute, so maybe it's an orbital that they're cooking or something, but they show here. Oh yeah, this is where they go for the tomorrow's headline.
Ooh.
And oh, that's right. That's the other tag punishment this deck is running is retribution.
Ooh.
And they decide to hit my imp, which is scary, but I maybe would have gone for the devil charm.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say maybe the Simmel chip, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, they're all not terrible hits,
Right.
but I elect to just use my symbol chip right away and get that imp right back because I want to take down this flag grid.
Yeah.
So that's what we spend the turn doing. We found our
Okay.
buzzsaw, so we can get through this virtual service agent quite nicely. I draw and remove that tag. And they draw credit
Oppo.
Oppo. And it's a little Oppo. We're only at threat 2 here. So I take some tags. I think I just spend the turn clearing them,
Clearing them. Yeah.
put down a paladin. It drops me a little low, but thankfully
Yeah, it's
we've
not a
got
bad
this
tempo hit, but
this moshing. It's not really a hand I'm looking to mosh, but if we need to. So they put this spin doctor in here. They res it right away.
maybe they're looking for something to draw or like something to play.
Let's check it
Yeah.
out.
Can we check?
Oh,
Oof,
they
that's
they are
cursed.
they are looking to get rid of flood. Okay, this two ice on HQ is really making sense here.
Yeah, that is not not a good go there.
But curiously, they use the Spin Doctor right away and shuffle
Huh.
back the Vlad Grid and the NGO. I definitely would have like overdrawn, pitched, cycled agendas.
Yeah, I suppose with your just a buzzsaw down, maybe they're thinking you would have a hard time getting through Funhouse Ping for a while, but I don't know what you do with those agendas, like on this board.
Yeah, you can't really put them out, at least not behind this VSA. Like, I'm just going to
Yeah,
check. And they put a Vasilisa over this Chekist, which is interesting.
and trying to bait a run, maybe.
Probably.
But yeah, I mean, here you're kind of safe to just hang back a minute because, there's not really anywhere for them to put out any threats.
Right. I wonder if maybe they could have put one of those agendas out and put the Vasilisa over it and tried to, make a play there. But I guess I
Mm-hmm.
just run it and take the tag and steal the agenda, and that would be a bold move for them to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Predictive, gain some money. They find another Vlad and put it in the server. So I'm just drawing here.
Yeah. Are you considering an HQ push at this point? Or I guess you still just have just the buzzsaw.
I have just the Buzzsaw. I've got this Simul chip down for a Devil Charm. I'm pretty sure there's a Chisel in the trash. So, like, that's a
Yeah.
play I could go make at some point. Probably after I trash this Fermenter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I think here I'm just content to kind of sit, get value. Maybe I'll click the Fermenter next turn. Yeah, more Simul chips. Preparing to use that Fermenter as the fodder. So here's a cool play that they make.
Interesting.
Clearly, I've shown that I'm willing to run this server a bunch, right?
Mm-hmm.
So so they make a fun play here. So we go in here. The Vlad grade gets the Urtica advanced. I lose a bunch of stuff. I lose
Oof.
the Paladin, the Devil Charm, and the Maw. The Paladin, eh.
Yeah.
The Maw going down, kind of sad. I
Yeah.
don't really have good like Maw targets on the board at the moment, except for this remote, and I leave the Urtica Cipher there because I know what it is, and there's no point in trashing and turning on Oppo.
Mm-hmm.
So we just keep drawing, fill our hand back up. But they get this Rashida off because I was distracted
Yeah.
with their trap.
Which then, yeah, they gotta be hoping for something to set up a better server here. Spin Doctor.
Spin Doctor overwrites the Urtica and ice over the top.
Okay, so we're set up to like still look for something even better, but then you got a double ice remote.
Yeah. And they
Maybe you can get
discarded, so
something
I
meaner
think
down.
now they're probably clearing that flood that they were in before? Let's take a look. Oh, not as much.
Somewhat. Man, they had four agendas in hand though.
Yeah, and I think those have been chilling there for the last few turns.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a pre-res on the spin dock to knock one more in there or something. All right, so now my fermenter's gotten pretty large. I decide it's time to crack it. Let's see what's going on in HQ here.
Yeah, you can go ahead and get the
Get the chisel,
chisel.
knock this down before it even gives me a tag, which is excellent tech. Not like I knew this matchup was going to happen, but yellow is popular, so being able to hit that stuff out of the way before it does the thing. Ping,
Right.
unfortunately,
Yeah, will
that's
will
just
keep you
gonna give
out.
you a tag when they res it, no matter what. But I
Or I
use the
guess
other simul chip.
oh, Botulus is down in the heap. I missed that.
Yeah, that was a really early pitch to moshing or extra hand size. I'm not sure, but with just a ping on HQ, I'm happy to park a Botulus there and use that to pressure.
For sure. And this, you don't know it, but it's a 3 and 5. I guess now 3 and 7.
Yep. So they res the Spin Doctor to dilute, which not a bad play. They immediately pop it, which I'm not sure why. I don't need to do that. And I do
With the
hit
Beal.
hit a Beal. The little steel box came up, and my first instinct was to click on it. And then yeah, we get the Earthrise down, and feeling fairly good about this board.
Yeah, I mean, you got card draw, you got money coming in. They're going for the send a message.
They are. So yeah, lots of Hoshiko start a turn, Earthrise. We get a bunch of draw here, including a boomerang. So we can challenge this
Good
remote.
timing on the draw. Yeah.
Not sure what I'm checking for out here. I probably just could have left this alone, but
Yeah. Do you end up trashing it here?
I don't think
Yeah.
so. I don't think I have the
No.
money for it.
Oh yeah, at 4. That's a little rich.
I'm wondering if like maybe I'm trying to run the outside thing first because I want to check it as well. But I want to leave some clicks if it's Urtica or something or Chekist. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's
I
fair.
don't think I needed to run it. So yeah, I've got a nice big hand size, so this data loop is relatively inconsequential.
Yeah.
Annoying, but not too bad.
Right, right. And just like perfect timing on having a boomerang pop up.
Yeah. Sometimes the RNG gods are nice to you. We gotta send a message for our efforts, and not great targets on the board. Ping, I think, even says like when you res
If you
it
res it during a run.
during a run against this server. So yeah, you can't even like give me a sneaky tag out of nowhere. So shuffle the boomerang back, get a fermenter going again. and icing up HQ some
Okay,
more.
not bad.
They've got only one credit though, so I think they're looking a bit weak.
Right, right. And I guess they've got what, six behind the scene. They probably are trying to get you to run that server three, or hoping that you do, maybe.
Yeah, waste my time there. Instead, I go for HQ, and they use the NGO to res the funhouse, which brings them back down to one again,
Yeah, that's
unfortunately.
dicey.
So I'm happy with that outcome, just to not get into HQ. And seeing as how they're broke, I go for a free R&D access. I give them yet more advancements on this random card that's been hanging out in server 1 since like the start of the game. I'm
Really slow cooking.
I'm a little worried about it, but I'm also like, okay, that's clearly something. I think on
Yeah.
voice comms we're talking about like, oh, this could be a Beal. I'm like, all right,
Man, that would be sick if a Beal
if
had just been
if
sitting
it's
the
a
whole
Beal and you
game.
win and just like 5 point Beal, like good job. That's I'm so happy for you to do that because that's just a weird play and I love it.
Another checklist.
Yeah, they just love jamming things in this
Interesting.
remote. And like the dead loop is annoying to go through. I gotta throw those cards away. But I got Earthrise draw, so I'm okay with it.
I suppose if you ever got too sick of it, you could double charm it.
Yeah, I need to find a Simmel chip or just draw a chisel and hard install it, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
But the Botulus deals with it well enough.
Right.
And so yeah, it's a Checkus. They give me two tags, which we then just clear. It brings me down pretty low, but I've got this fermenter on the board, so I've got a way back into it. Dropping to one on the daily business show res. And so we know that's the
Another Vlad
checklist.
here.
We know that it's Vlad going in there. So it's a good way to protect the Vlad, which is an upgrade that you really want to trash. I can't just run this server without having some
Right.
bad things happen to me. I mean, I could pinhole it, but I don't. Am I even on pinhole? I might have one. Maybe not. I don't recall.
But they're on 3 credits too. So other than having some nasty checklist servers.
Ah, yes. So here I want to play my chisel, but realize that I do not have the MU. So we pop the fermenter first.
Mm-hmm.
We hard install this chisel on their second funhouse, and I'm sure they're a bit mad at me for just having good tools versus their ice. And I think this is yeah, we find another 2 pointer. Yeah, it was a fun game.
Nice.
I think they had some
Yeah.
opportunities in there to maybe clear that flood a bit. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah,
they
I wonder why they
they
were willing to hold on to so many agendas there.
I'm not sure. Maybe hoping for just cheeky ambush plays, but
Yeah,
she
yeah.
she
I mean, they had
definitely
some
ran
good
me into
ambush hits in there.
some interesting ambushes there. I took some Urticas and some Chekists right to the face, but we managed to avoid the worst of it. So yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
was a
I
fun
love
match.
those Prov trap like head game decks.
Yeah, and yeah, that their other play is they should have trashed my daily casts early game. It would have slowed me down a
Yeah,
lot.
I think setting you back on money would have been huge because you don't have a ton of ways to like get money quickly.
So yeah,
Nice.
thanks to QEH for the games. It was a great time.
Yeah, they were super fun. They were tense, close, good games.
Well, we've got to be rolling along, but thanks for joining us out on the prairie today. Take care, folks.